The most sensitive ministries, power, position, it's Yorubas. What are we talking about? The most sensitive positions in his cabinet is Yorubas.
The problem with Babachir Lawal is that he's full of himself, and he thinks that because he's now so-called president, if I were in this government, I probably would have been sacked a long time ago, or probably would have been killed, or I probably would have resigned. I cannot go to a meeting in which 99% of the participants are Yorubas. I've lived in Lagos for a long time. The tendency that they finish the meeting in their language, and then I'm just sitting down there. I cannot go.
Is that what operates?
Yeah. They are so predominant in the system.
You're accusing this government and President Tinubu of nepotism.
The problem with Yorubas, and I still repeat it, is that when you support them and they win, they turn around to convert you as if they behave as if they have subdued you, as if they have conquered you.
The most sensitive institutions is Yorubas, Attorney General, Police, EFCC, NNPC, Finance. What the hell are we talking about? The facts are facts. You can't argue with facts. The president has one of the worst image makers.
I sure see you see that Babachir Lawal interview with Shehu Kimbaloye on Monday and the Basbos, and especially a part of that interview would infuriate a lot of people, where he insults Tinubu, say he's full of himself, and then can also insult an entire tribe. I'm sorry, but your ethnic nationality, our ethnic nationality, because I also be Yoruba by extension. Even though say the presidency don't answer him, I will take that video very quickly, a short clips of the video. I go take them quickly and then take presidency response. Then let me take a response based on what's playing out in the polity right now, what you think about it. Babachir mentioned, say, Tinubu administration, they tribalistic. It is important because I don't know whether you could see the things from the same perspective way ain't don't see them, and I would like your honest and sincere reaction.
To the other side, and fairly speaking to another 8 years. Those are the arguments of some Nigerians who think fairness is only if power, and that's the reason why your very good friends Peter Obi and Rotimi Amechi said,
and Bola Tinubu must include him.
Is Bola Tinubu still your friend?
Yes, of course.
Your former friend or your present friend?
We are friends. We've not had a conference to dissolve it. We have to meet to dissolve it. We've not.
No, but you've been speaking against him so fiercely.
Yes, I should.
Is that how you speak against your friends?
Oh yes, you are free. You should be in a position to tell your friend the truth.
On television?
On television, if he doesn't listen individually.
When was the last time you spoke to him?
July 2002.
That's a long time. That's 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, so that maybe he's now your acquaintance, not your real friend any longer.
Well, I don't know. At one time, as part of our problem when it started, he called one of our friends to bring a dictionary and read what the friend means. The problem with Bola Tinubu is that he thinks I'm the one that offended him. I didn't offend him. He offended me.
What did you do to him?
No, it's not for television, that one. But he offended me. And he's full of himself. And he thinks that because he's now so-called president.
Is he so-called or is he the president?
So-called.
That's the president of the Federal Republic.
I believe he didn't win the election.
What makes you think so? Because you supported Peter Obi?
Yes.
So that's why you think...
The results available to us at that time believe he didn't win the election.
But the court says otherwise.
The court, of course, you know who they are.
The court stands for justice.
Yeah, the court stands for justice in court.
So you don't believe in the courts?
I believe in the courts. What can you do? They are there. They are supposed to do their duties. They are doing their duties. It's not about believing.
So if you don't believe Bola Tinubu won the election, the court in the first, the result at the poll says he won. The court in the first instance says he won. Yes. The court in the second instance says he won.
Yes, but the facts on the ground said he didn't win.
Who now won? Atiku?
Peter Obi won that election.
That came third?
According to the result that was announced. Not according to the true results.
So how do you determine who won an election?
We have the data now. Look, we had monitors on the field. We had agents on the field. We collected our data. We know our results. We know the results that are coming in from the field. We can see clearly the point at which they were altered. We can see clearly,
Was he altered in Anambra? Was he altered in Abia? Was he altered in Enugu? Peter Obi won landslide. He won over 90% of the votes in that region.
Yes.
He beat Bola Tinubu in Lagos.
Yes.
He had huge votes in the North
Central. It doesn't mean there are no states where election was conducted. There are. When you do rigging, you rig only where you are strong. And because...
Is Peter Obi strong in Lagos? That's Bola Tinubu's state.
Yes.
As a politician, you know what it means when you lose your home top.
I know what it means. They didn't understand the demography of Lagos very well at that time.
So it was a shocker.
It was a shocker. They underplayed the demography of Lagos. And it shocked them. And the demography showed. subsequent elections, they worked on that demographic issue. That's why there was voter suppression in the gubernatorial election. And in this last election, local government. The demographic took them by surprise.
Would you see the supporting Peter Obi in 2027?
I think they say a day in politics is long. Things have changed. The parameters that we were used to evaluate our candidate in 2023 is going to be different from this one. Things have moved on, so we'll see when we get there. We'll see what.
So this your antagonism and criticism of Bola Tinubu is personal.
It's not personal. I thank God that I didn't make a mistake of being in this government. I thank God that He gave me that opportunity at that time to distance myself from that government. I don't know, because if I were in this government, I probably would have been sacked a long time ago, or probably would have been killed, or I probably would have resigned.
Why?
Because the way they run the government doesn't gel with me.
What makes you think?
I cannot go to a meeting in which 99% of the participants are Yorubas. I lived in Lagos for a long time. The tendency that they finish the meeting in their language and then I'm just sitting down there. I cannot go.
Is that what operates?
Yeah. They are so predominant in the system. They are so predominant in the system.
So you're accusing this government and President Bola Tinubu of nepotism.
Let me tell you, when we were doing the campaign, after he went to that Lagos and said that thing that he said about Emeloko.
That's Ogun State.
Yeah, in Ogun State. There was a Bola Tinubu platform in which were participating. And they started insulting Northerners. Northerners are this, Northerners are this, Northerners are this, they are illiterate. So I wrote on that platform, a WhatsApp group. These are the people whose votes we will need. If you antagonize them, we are finished. Then I wrote that. The problem with Yorubas, and I still repeat it, is that when you support them and they win, they turn around to convert you as if they behave as if they have subdued you, as if they have conquered you. They will not count your support. When I used to say that all the time, even when we sit in his house and we say, no, BG is not like that. I used to say, look, gentlemen, if they are honest, bring them on this television, they will remember. I said, the things that we are just doing this because we want Bola Tinubu to be president. We that are not Yorubas will regret it. Because when you go there, they throw us out. They say, no, BD, why are you saying that? It's not true. It's happening now.
Is it happening now?
Exactly. Worse than that. I didn't expect it to be.
Ms. Onitilo, I'd like you to chime in on this conversation very quickly. Now, you see everything from the accusation of, the character and person of the president, Tinubu himself, to in style of politics, to the ethnic and tribalistic thing, even though that I do not agree that character trait is a tribal thing or religious thing. I mean, you have different kind of characters in different religions and different ethnic nationalities, so it doesn't matter. But then let me get your reaction to this. And then Presidency don't answer, and Presidency saying that because of, say, in the fine way, in need political oxygen. So in the choke right now, so now waiting make him that he's desperate. So, but let me take your reaction, sir.
Okay, if you just go to ChatGPT and just ask ChatGPT, what percentage of Yorubas are in Bola Ahmed Tinubu's cabinet? You will see that key findings. I just want to make it simple for people. I don't want people to tax their brain. Just type, what percentage of Yorubas are in Bola Ahmed Tinubu's cabinet? Here is what I found regarding representation of Yorubas and President Bola Ahmed.
Now, she they answer you. Now, ChatGPT they answer you like that. That fine girl.
Yeah, number one, BBC report on the top 8 positions. BBC article, May 2025, highlights that all 8 of Nigeria's most sensitive federal positions, like heads of NNPC, EFCC, police, customs, are held by Yorubas, marking 100% Yoruba presence in those top spots. 2, broader cabinet composition. According to a breakdown from Portfolio Media Activities, a total of 13 ministerial and top cabinet positions were held by Yorubas, including Minister of Petroleum, who is the president, Minister of Finance, Wale Edo, Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji Ojo, Minister of Justice Attorney General, Lateef Fagbemi, Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabo, Minister of Solid Minerals, Dele Alake, Minister of Communication, Innovation and Digital Economy, Bosu Tijani, Minister of Maritime and Blue Economy, Adegboyega Oyetola, Minister of Industry, Trade and
the name of these ones.
Yes, Minister of Education, Morufu Olatunji Alaosa, Minister of Youth Development, Ayodele Olawande, Minister of State Health, Salako Adekunle Adeboye. Now, another one, Nigerian calculation of overall appointments. A user-led analysis on Nigerian noted that along 71 federal appointments from the north, Yorubas accounted for 23, yielding 29.8% representation of the Yorubas in those particular posts. Let me shock you more. Some commentaries argue that up to 86% of key appointments, especially sensitive or influential roles, have gone to individuals from the Southwest, with 90% described as Lagos boys. What do you want me to say?
You're Yoruba man.
Yeah, there's nothing to say. The facts are there. Just go to it. There's nothing to say.
So you're saying that Babachir Lawal is right?
Look, anybody can go to ChatGPT, and I wish I could share the screenshot. Go to ChatGPT, just type, what is the percentage of Yoruba people in Bola Ahmed Tinubu's cabinet? It will bring it out for you. Babachir Ahmed is not talking based on emotions. Facts are facts. I don't know why Nigerians like living in denial. I'm a Yoruba man. What has been a Yoruba man done for me?
No, the reason I'm saying this is that because, I mean, we've been largely, in fact, a lot of people have accused this administration of dividing Nigerians.
No, the facts are clear. The most sensitive ministries, power, position, it's Yorubas. What are we talking about? The most sensitive positions in his cabinet is Yorubas. The most sensitive institutions is Yorubas, Attorney General, Police, EFCC, NNPC, Finance. What the hell are we talking about? So the facts are facts. You can't fight. You can't argue with facts. You can't argue when the sun is out. Sun is out. Sun is out. Moon is out. Moon is out. So these are things. These are not even things we should be discussing. That's the reality.
No, they are important. They are important for discussion so that we balance conversations. I mean, so that
why are you discussing now? I'm looking at you. You have a transparent glasses on that has a reflector. You are wearing like a light lemon green shirt. So what will we be discussing? Okay, let's discuss what this person is wearing.
Mr. Onitilo. All right. So one of the reasons I asked this question is because say anytime when people come talk or critique the present administration, and the present administration, they always like to, especially the president's handlers, they always rather malign the characters of the people we critique the administration. And this is exactly what they have done to Babachir Lawal by saying that he needs oxygen, he lacks political relevance, and that he was begging, in fact, that he had said in the past that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the best person for the job, but right now he's changing his mouth and all that.
I think the president has one of the worst image makers. I will tell you for the truth. That's a fact. They're one of the worst image makers. People that the moment you start being antagonistic of everybody that talks against the presidency, then you lost the fight. You should be rather, if you are a real image maker, your focus should be talking about what you guys are doing.
I was going to go to that. That's exactly where I was going to.
If people are challenging your government, then bring out facts that are verifiable.
Absolutely. Now they go.
Stop talking based on
they go now. Now, each time when it be say, in fact, this administration, the other day I watched Arise Television. I will try to post that clip later on within this week. I watch Arise Television when somebody will be a Bola Ahmed Tinubu supporter, they fight, the opposition ADC. Why would they say they'll form a parallel government and condemn Pat Utomi's shadow government and that it is wrong? And Rufai reminded him that, do you remember sometime in 2014, 2015? What? God
also
bless
said they will form a parallel government.
And he was shocked.
And it was said by even Oshibaju
was the one who said it on Channel Television.
That's what I'm saying. That's a professor of law. That's a professor of law. Professor of law.
Of law.
So look, this is the first time in how many years I'm coming to the media to talk. I've stopped talking about governance or anything in the Nigerian space.
Because we need to educate people, sir.
You are the first person maybe in like 3-4 years or that 5 years have brought me to come and talk, because there was a point where we were used to talk regularly. The same Nigerians will be cursing and yelling people like
they don't cause us. They
don't cause us speaking the truth. So Nigeria is not worth, for me, Nigerians are not worth fighting for. Nigerians are not worth losing your energy over, because their memory is so short. They're so short. They can't even deal issues. We are talking here now. Somebody is mentioning Buhari. Is it Buhari that is running government?
They said Buhari. They said
Buhari did the same thing. I've moved on. Governance is a continuum. Some people right now are even saying Buhari is better. God forbid. God forbid that you comparing Buhari to this. It shows how low we are falling. If we are going to have to be saying, Buhari's time is better. Why? Because there was no band A, band C electricity. Fuel price was not up to over 1,000. He has used your crude oil. Don't even try and make any excuse, a case for Buhari. Nobody should be making a case for the guy. But where I'm sad is, we're even now trying to justify Buhari better. How did we get here? It's worse. When I say Buhari better, what kind of country, what kind of better is that?
The reason as I said earlier, I raised this question now because of it is important for us to note some things. For me, I feel like as a lot of people they criticize this administration every day about their ineptitude, their lack of accountability, their profligacy, everything when they cause them on. I feel like as the 2027 election draws close, that this present administration, they in a better position to buy the hearts of Nigerians by righting their wrongs and giving
which wrong are you?
Whatever it is, just give people a bit of ease of living. You know, Nigerians are very easy to please. So would they rather do that?
Easy to please, like it's not that we're easy to please. We have given up.
Don't get up again.
Look, excuse me.
Sir?
Excuse me. Nigerians have given up. It's not about they are easy to. Nigerians are not easy to please. They are giving up because look. Part of the challenge is literacy level in Nigeria is at a very low state.
That's one of the reasons I adopt pidgin English for this conversation.
Literacy level in Kenya is higher.
And then the political awareness and political literacy is also higher.
Because Nigerians don't even know how to talk about issues. We're talking here, people are already fighting themselves, ethnicity, turning ethnicity. Those are the things they use against us. We're already talking about Igbo, Yoruba. So now that I'm Yoruba, what has changed? When Hausa ruled, what did Buhari do for the Hausas?
Really? Were their lives better?
All of them that have ever, even when Jonathan ran, was Nigeria. What did he do? He only did for a select few people, not for the region. The only person that really developed, the only days where people really developed their region was in the days of the Sadaunas, Awolowo, and Zik. Because it was regional government. That was only time. That was the last time we had development. All the people we have in power today are just merchants. They are traders. They're not there to govern. They're here to trade. So when you say Nigerians are patient, they're just giving up. Nigerians are just finding a way to just survive.
So are you saying that this government wouldn't have probably looked for a way to just make things better so that Nigerians can at least...
Which Buhari's government? Which Buhari's government?
I mean, this government, they not just look for a way to make things better for people so that people go constantly because of that, make a drum on our support for 2027.
All they are just doing is pash-pash as far as I'm concerned. It's pash-pash. It's pash-pash. Because look, they are talking about macroeconomics. That inflation is down, GDP is up, your GDP is growing, your people are becoming poorer. Because we are implementing policies from World Bank and IMF. And they will tell you to devalue your currency. They will tell you to sell your state assets and do a whole lot of funny stuff at the expense of your people. The only way you define if your economy is growing is by Human Developmental Index. And how do you measure that? You measure that the quality of life of your people is improving, which means disposable income.
But this administration now don't talk, say quality.
No, excuse me.
Let us play you something.
Hold on, Precious. This administration wants to tax and level people to prosperity. No nation tax their people to prosperity.
If we reduce the purchasing power of the people, we can further slow down the economy. Let's widen the tax net. Those who are not paying now, if it is inclusive of Bola Tinubu, let the nets get bigger and we take in more taxes, and that is what we must do.
Nations, yes, there's no nation on earth that views taxation to grow the economy. No nation. Nations only tax prosperity. You tax when people are prosperous, because it's when you have economic activities, when you have people disposable income increase, when you have businesses running, when you have employment increasing, that's when government taxes, that's where they make money from. Why do you think during COVID, America was printing money and giving their people money? Cash without working.
Because they know people no get access to
the
money,
reason
so they
for
want
that,
them.
when people spend, businesses will keep going on. Exchange will going on. And that is how government taxes. Government taxes prosperity. Everything they've done, taxes, levies, they've taxed people into poverty. Taxation does not grow any economy. Never. Go do your research. Ask ChatGPT. Ask anything you want to ask. Any nation that is taxing people that are down has no solution to fix the economy.
All right.